Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Hi, this is Mike, co-host of Realistic Sustainability, the podcast, which you probably already know, but I'm also the author of A Beginner's Guide to Greening Your Life. That was the book that led to our Facebook page, our Facebook group, and, well, even this show. It offers tips on promoting your positive footprint while decreasing your carbon footprint. So, if you want to read what started all of this, get A Beginner's Guide to Greening Your Life, available on Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or just visit greeningyourlife.org for more information. Thank you for joining the sustainable movement and promoting a greener future. Hi, and welcome back to Realistic Sustainability Educational Shorts. This week, I'm kind of excited. Almost giddy. A few weeks ago, I posted a few things on the Greening Your Life Facebook page and Facebook group because I had run across a company trying to build a model where they don't charge for their product. Seems like kind of a crazy business model, which is have a product and don't have consumers pay for it, but that's exactly what they're planning to do. It's a company called FreeWater, and you can find them at freewater.io. They plan to have aluminum cans, which are 100% recyclable, filled with alkaline water that are free, that any consumer can just walk up and take and drink. How do they do that? Well, it's kind of an ingenious concept. What they decided to do was have advertisers pay for their label. So a company can come to them and say, I would like to, in a sense, sponsor 20,000 cans of water. Here's our logo. Here's our message. They put it on 20,000 cans of water, and they just distribute them free. Put them in stores for free. Put them on the sidewalk for free. Put them in vending machines at 0 cents. Well, in the meantime, obviously they go fast. People grab those up, and they get a reusable aluminum container with a logo on it. Well, company gets exactly what they were looking for. 20,000 logos out on the streets. Now, some of those cans are going to get recycled. Not everybody's going to keep them. Some are pop-tops, a lot of them are twist-offs. But, if you're like me, you're probably going to use that aluminum can over and over again for water until it becomes too banged up, and then you're going to recycle it. But in the meantime, whoever sponsors on my can, well, I guess they go wherever I go. What a great idea for the sponsor. They get to be on every can of water that was put out that they paid for. And a lot of those are going to sit out there longer than the one single drink. But in the meantime, people get water for free. I can see this being a real model changer in the future. Could you imagine when consumers aren't the ones paying for everything? That companies are competing so deeply that they're willing to buy the product in the hopes that you'll just take it and use it and show everybody that you have it? Yeah, I think that's probably the better way for us for it to go. One of the points they continuously make is that water should be free. I think you've heard that on this show too. Both myself and Nick are very adamant that water is a human right. And when I say water, I mean clean, fresh water is a human right. Well, this company feels the same way. They still make money, and they still get to give it away to people for free. But even better yet, 10% of everything they take in gets donated to charity. That 10% goes to other nonprofit companies that dig wells in places where people don't have water. Yeah, so if we can get less people to buy water and take it for free, then they get the funding to get more people water. I love this positive feedback loop. This is freaking fantastic, especially considering bottled water is usually between 1,000 and 2,000 times more expensive than tap water. Bad enough that some of us have to pay for tap water, but bottled water is outrageously priced. It is extremely expensive. And if they can get this model to work and it functions, their plan is to move to supermarkets. Build full-scale supermarkets where people can come in and just pick things and leave. No cashiers, No currency exchange. Just products with labels on them, advertising on them, so that when consumers look at them, the message comes across. But in the meantime, those bag of noodles, yeah, that bag of noodles was free. How cool is that? No more hungry people. No more starvation, because corporate advertising dollars paid for the food. I love that idea. That's the real story here. Passing the cost on to business so that people can live a life is absolutely amazing. Of course, that's coming from a guy who helped put together a program to put vegetables free in the streets. So, I guess we're probably not all that surprised. But I love it. That's why we've plastered it all over the Facebook sites. That's why we're having this short. If you get an opportunity, go take a look. Support that company. I think we might find that that's a better way to go. Because here's the deal. You've heard me say it 100 times. If we want a healthy city, we have to have healthy citizens. And in order to have healthy citizens, it starts with fresh, free food and water. Thank you, FreeWater, for helping out and moving this sustainable movement forward. That's all I have for this week. If you've liked this episode, share it with a friend or on social media. Other ways that you can support realistic sustainability is by becoming a monthly supplier on the Anchor hosting site or simply just leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform. It does help way more than you think. It helps other people find us in the search engines. So, thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. And remember, we only have to get better just a little bit at a time. Little bit. It turns into a big bit. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Feeling overwhelmed by climate change? Looking for sustainable and ethical brands to support? Then Ethic is perfect for you. Ethic is a simple browser extension that helps you find sustainable and ethical brands online. Learn more at ethyk.org, ethyk.org.